This is Steve Ridgel, and I'm on break doing some content work while my wife is out at our barn door mowing. Now, I did my part. I mowed the whole backyard. She's mowing out around the edge of the barn door, and we're using our brand new zero-turn mower. I, boy, I don't. I heard people talk about him. It was our son-in-law, Tim, convinced us to try it. We got one. There is nothing like it. It is fantastic. I love it. You know, and I found myself thinking, I wonder what my granddad would think about a zero-turn mower. He's the one that taught me to mow first at their farm, and he let me mow on his good mower, not on it exactly, more like behind it. And he didn't let me put any gas in it because, well, there wasn't a place to put gas. It'd just been pouring it on the ground. He did teach me to sharpen the blades on an old push mower. And when I say push, I mean you were the power. And I wonder what he would think. I mean, I wondered, I remember in his older age, we would go up a few times and we hauled a gas mower up there and mowed it with a gas mower. Boy, I don't know what he'd think about us riding around. He would think that was the fanciest tractor he'd ever seen, probably. But then I think it may be that he'd just be happy I was mowing the grass and taking care of it. And if that was a better way for me to do it, maybe he'd be happy. And so I thought some about a lot of other things that mowing reminded me of, particularly about worship. And I blogged about that over in Ridgel's Originals. But today I just want to tell you what I thought about when I was doing that. I think sometimes it's really easy to lose track in all the gimmicks and the things and, kind of like worship. The point is cut the grass, push it, use a mower. Don't use an electric mower, by the way. More people mow over cords. That was one of those great innovations that, just didn't really do what it was supposed to do. Didn't work out real well. I'm sure you can mow a yard with them. I know people that do. But man, the point's to mow. Now, and I get the zero-turn mower is not as great for everybody because if you have a little bitty yard, you don't need a zero-turn mower. But if you have a great big mower, a great big yard, you don't really want to push mower. Big churches may worship different than little churches, may do things. Somebody says, oh, I wish we could do what that big church does in our worship. We just don't have. I get it. And some big churches say, oh, I wish we could be small and intimate and know everybody like those little churches. How great to sit around communion and talk to everybody about their life. Yep, and you can't do that in a big church. Things are different for different people. Let's just don't lose sight of the main thing. The main point of worship, it's kind of like the yard. When the grass needs cutting, cut it. I need to worship God. And really, that's the point of worship. Not the order and not how we do it, not even exactly how we dress. Just make the main thing the main thing. Here's the point. I don't mow the yard now like I did 60 years ago, but I still do the same thing in this regard. I cut the grass when it needs cutting, and that's the whole point. So think about that when you worship. What's the whole point? Glorify God and hope non-believers that visit will get a glimpse of God.